Hi guys, today we're going to talk about the Aetherblade Side-Tung meta. So it's a pretty easy and straightforward meta, since there's not a lot to be explained, but I'll do it anyways if you guys are curious, or if you guys don't know where to do it, or if you want to start commanding it just to be sure that you're not missing anything, right? So how does this meta work? There's 3 lanes, west, middle, or I guess north you could say, and the east, right? They're both a little bit different, but all of them you need to kill the ads, these ads with swords on the heads, to make the bar unprogress in order to make it to deplete the Aetherblade forces and then move on to the next place. Okay, and how does this bar work? So essentially the Aetherblade minions are trying to get the supplies into these little circles that are around the zone, right? If they get these supplies into circles, the bar will progress for them and unprogress for you. So you want to stop them. You can CC them, you can kill them before they get there, you can do all these things in order for them to not get them. And if you kill them as well, the bar will unprogress, or I guess progress for you. Because if you deplete the whole bar, you win, you get to the next event. That's all, usually 2-3 phases on each of the zones. And after all these phases happen, you get to this big circle platform, and then you can get up into it and move to the next part of the event. Okay, so which are the differences between the 3 lanes? On west, essentially there's not a lot happening really. It's just ads. It's probably the easiest one. You just have to progress through the villages, kill the Aetherblades, and move to the next phase. So essentially it's really easy. The middle one has these little platforms that will hit you with electricity and try and kill you, right? It won't do that much damage, but you probably should be not getting electrocuted by those ones, right? This will continue for the next phase as well. There's gonna be more platforms that you want to evade to. You know, you don't want to like stack on them so you don't get damaged or stunned. And for the third phase, there's a little like spinny things that move slowly with energy, that if you get caught on them will do damage to you and stun you, right? You don't want to get caught on them. It's probably not good, right? You just want to evade them or just not stay there, right? Now, I would say that from easiest to hardest is like west is easiest, so you probably don't need that much people there, so don't send everyone there. You can divide by subgroups, for example, have like 2, 3, let's say you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 subgroups. You get there like, okay, 2, 3 go to west because it's easy, 3, 4, 5 go to middle, 6, 7, 8, 9 go to east, or something like that, right? Yeah, because west easiest, middle a little bit harder, and east is probably the hardest one. I personally enjoy the middle one, it's just preference, but yeah. So for the cannon phase, you will get transported with this little platform, circle platform, in each of the lanes to the cannons, right? The cannons need to be CC'd in order to break their bar and be able to be vulnerable to your damage, right? So you want to CC it and do damage to them. Now, on each of the cannons, there will be the mechanic that you saw before. For example, for west, there's no mechanic, you just kill the CC it and kill the cannon. For the middle one, you will have these little platforms that will have electricity, and you have to evade or not stack, not get on top of, in order to like not take damage and not get stunned. And on the third one, there's gonna be these spinny things that will spin with electricity that you do not want to get hit by, right? Essentially, each of the lines has their particular mechanic that will continue throughout the lane, right? After the cannons, there's gonna be a big Aetherblade thug that will come into you and try and kill you, and you have to CC it to break the bar and just kill it, right? And this goes through for 3 cannons, right? When the 3 cannons are dead, essentially the big boss on the zone, on the lane, will spawn. For west, it's just a guy that does nothing, he just dies. It's just you see him, he just damage it and it dies. It's really it. For middle, there's gonna be this big platform you have to get on top of with using these little jump pads. You get on top of it, and the whole platform is full with electricity pads, right? So you have to like move around when you see that one is popping off. You just, you step out of it and keep doing damage, and then you move to the other one, right? It's pretty easy. And for the last one, for the east one, it's probably the hardest one. There's gonna be an Asura boss that will be in just one place. You damage it a little bit, and then he will jump forward. He will jump up and move to 3 different spots on the zone, and those 3 different spots, in order to get to them, you'll have to go through the little spinny things with electricity. So you have to evade them or go through them without getting hit in order to get to the boss and kill it, and then do that over and over again until it dies, right? It's probably the longest one, so you probably want more people on East. Then all the lanes get on top of the circular platform, and they will get transported to the final boss, the final event, in which all the 3 lanes converge and try and kill, I think it's mechanic, right? And for this boss, before it starts, you actually have like around 2 minutes you can go around, grab batteries, grab your protocols, offensive ones, defensive ones, whatever you need. And if you're doing more events afterwards, it's probably good because you're gonna need them anyways, right? It's gonna be useful. Right? You want to do that and then come back to the middle, grab food, grab way stations, very important. And I would recommend you, if you died, to use a personal waypoint before the fight. So if you died, you can just come over back in, right? Now, this boss is pretty easy. It has around the base, around the place, it's gonna be like all the mechanics, the platforms with electricity and the little spinny things that with electricity that will also kill you. But they're kind of irrelevant because you don't really want to deal with them. You essentially just stuck in the middle, attack the boss, and the boss will suddenly sometimes bring gyros, that blast gyros, shredder gyros, and defensive gyros, right? The defensive gyros need to die very quickly, right? Because you want them in order to keep doing damage to the boss, otherwise you won't do nothing. Shatters are kind of like meh, they don't really do that much. You can kill them if you want or cleave them down, but they don't do much. And the blast gyros, those are the ones you have to target, okay? You see one blast gyro, you target it, you kill it, because it will do some insane damage. A lot of people will get downed, and it's really annoying, right? So you just want to target it, kill it fast, then go for the defensive ones, and then go back to the boss. Now, the boss will also have CC phase, where you have to CC the boss. Use your EMPs, right? Your way stations, all your CC and your abilities in order to break the bar really fast and do damage to it. And that rinse and repeat. There's all the mechanics that you can deal with. There's cannons, shooting stuff and stuff like that, but they're really not necessary. You just keep doing this, killing the gyros, damage, CC, damage, gyros, CC, and you'll be fine. You'll be Gucci. You'll be great. Okay, and then the boss stops. It dies, and you pick the. I think you pick the hamburgers, right? You pick the hamburgers, or yeah, you pick the hamburgers because it's the best option. And then that's kind of the boss. It's really fun. I find that it's one of the best ones I like. I really enjoy the fucking meta. I really enjoy this meta. I think it's fun. I think it's interesting, and I hope you enjoy it as well. Okay, it's really easy to command too. So if you wanna try. If you want this to be your first try on commanding, I think it's a great idea. Remember, guys, if you want to learn how to command, or you want to learn how to do subgroups, so you can come into a stream, I'll give you Lieutenant and explain everything to you, and you can move things around in order to learn, okay? We do this every day as well, so if you have any questions, you can just come in to my stream, but Saturdays and Sundays, and explain. I'll answer any questions, okay, guys? Thank you. See you around. Subscribe to the channel. Go follow the Twitch. Go do everything. Okay. Keep being here for more content like this. And have a great one. Love you all. Bye bye.